What up, YouTube? Happy Friday. We made it to Friday. It is Friday. Hi, everybody. Today's another sweaty workout again today. You know, make sure you drink extra water. It's 82. It feels like 92. So, if you're guys going out, make sure you drink extra water and be careful out there in the heat. Maybe some thunderstorms later on this afternoon. And again tomorrow and Sunday and again on Monday. Same Tuesday would be nice. And Wednesday more thunderstorms next week on Wednesday. So this is gonna be my workout video again today. Happy Friday, everybody. Get ready for another sweaty workout.
I know the dangers bikers face every day. So if you're hurt in a motorcycle accident, don't fight the insurance company or just any lawyer. Be a lawyer that rides. You need to get hurt.
All right, well, here we are. It's hot, humid, some rain is coming. Not horrendous, but there could be some storms.
There could be definitely some storms. We're hoping none of them are severe, but that's not to let your guard down either. We always got to take care of respect the thunderstorm. Exactly. You know what I'm saying. When thunder roars, head indoors. And let this be on the golf course. Do not be on the golf course. Or take cover if you are out on the travelers today, or you know somebody out on the travelers. Give them a little bit of a heads up if you're checking our radar, and you can say, hey, something's coming your way. Check the News 8 app and see what the latest radar is, because we think it is headed towards the travelers. That's not happening now, but there is that possibility today. Waterbury is at 88 degrees, and you can see more in the way of those building cumulus clouds out there in the sky. And some of them will turn into downpours. Some of them will turn into thunderstorms. Others may not turn into anything. It's just going to be hit and miss throughout the state.
Hit and miss. You just sit just like those dry. No talk. And a couple clouds. Squish these first. Always squish these first. I'm gonna try to remember what I did last
It
time.
feels more like 103 in Lisbon. That's
89 in New
It feels
Haven.
like 98 closing in on 100 in Windsor Locks, and it feels like, as I mentioned, 95 in Danbury. Right now, you can see over the last 2 hours, there was really nothing going, but what's this? Fairfield County. An extremely heavy downpour. Now, the problem with this is that it's not really moving. So if you're in this area, Upper Stepney, Botsford, Newtown, just south of there, this thing could literally drop in an hour time before it kind of fizzles out. It's what we call a pulse-type thunderstorm or downpour. It pulses up in place, rains itself out, and then just kind of fizzles out. Then you may get another one a couple hours later in the town next to that or somewhere else in the state. You can see the action is firing up further south today than what happened yesterday. We don't think any of them will be severe. That doesn't mean they can't be, but you have to respect the thunderstorm. Thunderstorms have, the lightning, dangerous unto itself. That very heavy rain can cause some localized flooding in a very short period of time and catch you off guard. And there probably will be some gusty winds as well. Heading into this afternoon, more are going to be firing up as we go on through the day. Into this evening, it may affect and probably will affect the evening commute. As the sun goes down, most of these should come to an end, but even in this very thick humidity at night, you can get a thunderstorm or a downpour going, but they should be few and far between during the night rather than what we see during the day. Here's your 8-day forecast for the shoreline. We're looking at 80s pretty much until further notice, and a chance of those heat of the day thunderstorms right through Monday. Probably a bit of a break Tuesday where it will be less humid, but right back to the humidity Wednesday, Thursday. We're hoping next Friday, a week from today into next weekend, we may see more in the way of an extended period of cooler and less humid weather.
All right, thanks so much. Skin cancer is one of the most frequently diagnosed cancers worldwide. A striking 1 in 5 Americans will suffer from this by the age of 70. Joining me live from Hartford Healthcare's Sports Zone at the Travelers Championship is the director of the cutaneous oncology at Hartford Healthcare's Cancer Institute, Dr. Dean George. Hi, Dr. How are you?
Hot. You never wake up. So you got all
You
skin.
have a nice view today.
I can never do that.
Talk to us
That's a
about
lesson.
skin
That's a
cancer.
lesson to learn. Never walk out barefoot with hot enough.
No, I think
It's all shiny, right?
yeah, it's the skin over here. You can't eat. I think, oh my god. Yeah, you burn your head right out.
UPS clothing.
I would never do that.
Also wearing sunglasses.
Ain't even doing it, bro. That's fine.
Out there in Vegas, you know what's hanging out.
Hey, you want to go there? No, not that.
Apply that every 2
I mean,
hours.
I want to sample or
You
something.
want to go out there
You also want to
Are you
keep
nuts?
shades wherever
You know
possible.
what's I want to, yeah.
Where
So what about
typically
the-
do most people have skin cancer? Anywhere on the face? Where is it?
So again, it's going to be this unexposed site. So definitely on the face. People that work outdoors without shirts, definitely on the shoulders, t-shirt distribution. You can get skin cancer anywhere on the body, so it's important to have a full skin exam. But we tend to get them in more unexposed sites.
All right, so how do we detect this? A lot of people just ignore, oh, it's just a little brown spot, no big deal. Tell me about that.
So we like to use the ABCDE rule when it comes to skin cancer. So A is for asymmetry, B for unusual border, C for unusual color, more than one color, D for diameter bigger than a pencil eraser, or E for evolving. Anything changing over time, anything that has symptoms too, so, itching, bleeding, that would definitely be something that has to get cleared.
And I'm assuming a dermatologist is the first line of defense. A lot of people don't have their spot checks.
Yeah, unfortunately, in primary care settings, sometimes it's very rushed and they don't have time to do that. Certainly if you have a family history of skin cancer, you'll want to check in with a dermatologist regularly for a history of actual skin cancer, certainly. Or if you're an at-risk patient, somebody who's on immunosuppression or transplant, you also want to be seen annually.
All right, Dr. Dean George, enjoy your day. Thanks so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks for having me.
Take care. Parties, plays, puppets, just a taste of what's going on in Connecticut this weekend. We'll check out 8 things.
I'm going to try to do all of them. I don't want to leave nothing out to it.
When you play Mohegan Sun Online Casino, you can be up even in your downtime.
Happy birthday. Your future awaits, my friend.
I'm running out of time.
I'm having dinner with Auntie. I will get the evidence that we need.
I know why Jason let us think that he was dead.
General Hospital on ABC. This is one ugly house. Whoa, that's ugly in and ugly out. We're Freedom House Company, and this may sound strange, but we still want to buy it, as is, for cash, at a fair price. Freedom has been buying unwanted homes in Connecticut since 2007. We're Connecticut's top We Buy Houses company.
I would highly recommend Freedom.
We know ugly homes are like ugly ducklings. They can really be beautiful, but that can take a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a whole lot of money. And if you don't have the time, effort, or money, then sell it to us for quick cash. Freedom House Buyer has already purchased over 1,500 unwanted homes so far in Connecticut.
They gave me the best possible price.
And we don't just buy old, run-down homes. We buy homes in any condition, any price range. With employees that live and work in Connecticut, you can be confident that you're working with a company you can trust.
When you're looking to sell your home fast, I highly recommend Freedom House Buyer for all your real estate needs.
With all your affairs, all the peanuts, you don't have to do a thing. We handle all the people who pay closing costs. We can buy your house in as little as 5 days or on your timeline.
I would definitely recommend Freedom House Buyers.
Which means you could be as few as 120 hours away from getting cash and getting rid of that headache. It's a simple to start process. Scan the QR code or call 1-860-600-2263.
It was so easy and so hassle-free.
If you've inherited a home you don't want, inherited a tenant you don't want, if you're behind on taxes and facing foreclosure, even if your house needs repairs, we'll buy it. Scan the QR code
Or call 1-860-600-2263.
Thank you, Freedom House Fire.
Thank you, Luke, and Freedom House Fire.
You made my life so much easier.
It's so simple to start the process. Scan the QR code.
1-860-600-2263. 1-860-600-2263.
Parades, festivals, music, there's a lot going on this weekend in Connecticut. There's 8 things you can do with Sarah Cody.
Don't tell me not to live to 7 All weekend, catch a performance of Funny Girl at the Bushel, called a sensational Broadway revival that dazzles with celebrated songs. Saturday, Ann Coverly's giant puppets will be rolling around outside the shops at Yale as part of the International Festival of Arts and Ideas. All weekend, head to Wooster Square for the St. Andrews Society Festa.
See, Wooster
with
Square,
Italian
see?
tradition,
That's where Ronnie used to
music, free
live at.
admission, and great
I should
food.
pick up the Ronnie car.
Or on Saturday and Sunday, you can attend an Irish festival at the New
This is
England
called the Ronnie car.
Rowing Club with bands, kids events, and dance
I can still
performances.
smell the scent.
Saturday, the
It's
Shoreline
cold.
Trolley Museum is kicking off its summer season with its annual Museum in Motion event with parades and fun for the family. Or Saturday, you can see the Wingding Parade, part of the Barnum Festival, at Connecticut's Beardsley Zoo, with kids' activities and free admission to the zoo. Enjoy the tunes of the Mystic River Jam Festival at the Mystic Shipyard. Hear music from incredible bands while supporting local charities. And finally, Sunday afternoon, check out the Celebrate Saybrook Street Party with live music, good food, local craft beer, vendors, and family fun. Now here's an extra. The Connecticut Science Center is kicking off the summer season with a party on the plaza on Saturday. And for more info
Come
on
on,
all of
let's
these
work
great
out.
events, you can just head to WTNH.com. Have a fantastic
Are you
weekend,
crazy?
everyone. I'm Sarah Cody, News 8.
I want to, but I
Next, Major League Baseball paying tribute to its Black pioneers.
I do not want to work out. I want to.
It's no accident Jonathan Perkins Injury Lawyers has a 95% success rate with car crash cases.
That's the power of Perkins. Call 1-800-PERKINS.
Hey Connecticut, Jasmine here at Kia Front. Come visit us today for special offers on our new Kia inventory.
Kia Forte leases are $299 a month with no money down. Plus, save an additional $1,500 off select Kia models during the summer sticker sales event.
Get double the tax-free warranty, double the trade-in value, and quick and convenient service. Plus, we're offering all military an extra $500 off. 421 Route 12 in Groton or online at KiaGroton.com. You'll be glad you did.
Al, did you make that call?
Honey, we already have Medicare. Why do I need to call?
Alan, the Feldman said we may be able to get additional benefits with a Medicare Advantage plan right here in our zip code.
Honey, what do you mean additional benefits? We turned 65, we got Medicare. That's all there is to it, right?
I'm talking about Medicare Part C, commonly called Medicare Advantage. We have traditional Medicare, which is only Medicare Parts A and B, but not Part C.
Wait. So not everyone on Medicare is a Part C plan?
No, that's why we need to call, because there may be plans available with additional benefits.
What kind of extra benefits?
If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call 800-579-5688 now to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Give them your zip code and see if there's a Part C plan with additional benefits available to you in your area that may better fit your needs. If you don't have a Medicare Part C plan, call now because there may be plans with additional benefits available. Medicare plans and benefits can change each and every year. If you're on Medicare, you can call now even if you called last year. If you feel like your original Medicare plan isn't giving you everything you need, call to find out if you're eligible to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan. We will check to see if there's a Part C plan available in your area with additional benefits. You don't get a plan with additional benefits automatically, so call to speak with a licensed insurance agent. Remember, you don't get Medicare Part C plan benefits automatically. Call now for your free 2024 no-obligation Medicare benefits review. If you're losing coverage, moving, or new to Medicare, call 800-579-5688 now. Call 800-579-5688. 800-579-5688.
It's no accident Jonathan Perkins Injury Lawyers has a 95% success rate with car crash cases.
That's the power of Perkins. Call 1-800-PERKINS.
Get the power of Perkins.
Watch Connecticut's most experienced news team. Weekdays starting at 4 p.m. Only on News 8, Connecticut's news leader.
There's a first time for everything and everyone, including Major League Baseball. And Birmingham, Alabama, the San Francisco Giants and St. Louis Cardinals made history at one of America's most historic ballparks. Here's Danny Newman.
Yes, it is a celebration. A day after Juneteenth, Major League Baseball paid tribute to the game's earliest black heroes Thursday night in Birmingham at the country's oldest professional ballpark, Rickwood Field.
We're going to invite out the original pioneers.
Starting in 1910, this historic site became home to the Negro Leagues' Birmingham Black Barons, and many former stars from those days were in attendance to watch its first ever MLB regular season game between the Cardinals and Giants. As you may expect, much of the night was focused on the greatest Giant ever, Willie Mays, who passed away this week at 93. Back in 1948, at 17 years old, the Say Hey Kid made his professional debut for the Black Barons.
If there's anywhere on earth my father could come down here, that he would. Well, he's found another way.
Earlier this week, we learned that the day before he died, Mays had actually provided a message he wanted read to the city to express his gratitude for both his home state and the recent ruling that Negro League statistics be included in official MLB records. Birmingham, I wish I could be with you all today, he said. I had my first pro hit here at Rickwood as a Black Baron, and now this year, some 76 years later, that hit finally got counted in the record books. I guess some things take time, but I always think better late than never.
He was a determined young man. He had the gifts.
Mays' former teammate from his lone season here, Reverend Bill Greason, remembered the then teenager fondly. At 99 years old, Greason is the oldest living former Negro League player.
He was so sensitive to listening to those who were older than he was.
There's a swing and a miss. Well, the Giants ended up losing the game 5-6, but Mays might have at least appreciated this moment. In the first MLB regular season game in the state of Alabama, Brendan Donovan. It was Alabama native Brendan Donovan who hit its first home run. Ladies and gentlemen, baseball. So Reverend Greason, at 99 years old, also threw up the first pitch. And just some facts about him: he grew up across the street from Dr. King, fought on the Battle of Iwo Jima during World War II, and was the first black pitcher in Cardinals history. Living legend. In New York for ABC News, I'm Danny Newman.
So important to learn all that history.
It sure is.
All right, here we are, the weekend. Play us out.
Weekend. Well, check it out today. We have this little zoomed-in shot of our radar here, and this is the best way I can explain a pulse-type thunderstorm, although this one doesn't have any thunder or lightning. It just kind of pulsed up as a downpour, but out of nowhere, it pulses up. It sticks around for about 20 minutes, half hour, drops an inch of rain, and then it'll either drift away or just die out. And that's what we're looking at just south of Newtown, just west of New York.
So these were there for like a cup of coffee and a date.
That's it. That'll be going on all afternoon at different spots.
Thanks for joining us. Have a great day. We'll see you back there at 4.
Liberty Bank, the community kind.
What you need to know right now on GMA3, the breaking news out of the United States Supreme Court: justices upholding a ban keeping guns out of the hands of domestic abusers.
What you need to know right now on GMA3. Record high temperatures spiking across the Northeast, with at least 100 million Americans facing heat alerts again today across 13 states.
And in this intense and dangerous weather moment nationwide, Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z joins us on the role climate change is playing and ways we can prevent heat-related problems, and a glimpse of the strawberry moon. Plus, developing a reparations plan for the Windy City. Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson joins us on his historic executive order establishing a reparations task force.
And what fans are calling the gayest little town in America. We're taking a field trip to the unique location in Arkansas, becoming a haven for couples.
And on this Faith Friday, finding the conviction and confidence to say your personal truth out loud. some words of wisdom to take to heart.
How much does Parker know about this? Too much. We gotta clean this up.
Plus, trigger warning. Star Anthony Michael Hall on his new Netflix offering.
And switch. What the Las Vegas Aces have just accomplished, giving them and the WNBA a reason to celebrate.
Now from Times Square, Eva Pilgrim and DeMarco Morgan with Dr. Jen Ashton and What You Need to Know.
I don't know if this is because it's Friday or because we're in a heat wave. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to What You Need to Know as we wrap up another week here. And welcome to ABC Full Refill against DeMarco today.
Hello, everybody. Great to see you both. Dr. Darian Sutton, great to be with you. You are always bringing the heat, especially with that suit and tie combo. You're killing it.
Oh, yeah, look at you with the gray.
Thank you. I'm trying to keep up.
Well, we're going to try to keep up with you because we got some questions for you right now. Specifically about this global alert that's been issued regarding fake Ozempic. Break this down for us.
Really important to know about. As the supply remains limited and the demand continues to increase for these weight loss medications, we will see bad actors. So this new global alert points to the counterfeit medications that have been found in places like the U.S., Brazil, and the U.K. But the active ingredient semaglutide, which is that active ingredient in Ozempic, has been found to, in some cases, be replaced by other medications like insulin. And you can imagine that can be lethal to certain patients. So it's important to, number one, make sure you're getting your medication from a licensed pharmacy, not from an outside healthcare facility. And if you're curious about the validity of your product, you can check on the WHO website for more information. And this is something you say you see in your work in the ER, people who are maybe feeling some shame or embarrassment or other negative feelings about seeking medical attention related to taking these fake drugs. And a lot of people feel hesitant to share the truth about what they're using, where they get it from, because they don't want to be stigmatized, they don't want to get in trouble. But I think it's an important reminder that there is HIPAA, which helps keep these kinds of things confidential. Saying the truth early on can not only help to get to your diagnosis quicker and help you out quicker, but it can also avoid the risks. Sometimes when you're not sharing all of the truth, it can lead you to a dangerous workup that just wastes your time. It can also be harmful. All right, Dr. Darian, thank you for that. A lot more from you coming up later on in the show. But right now, we are going to turn to ABC's Morgan Norwood. She is here with our latest headlines. Good afternoon to you, Morgan.
Hello, friend. Happy Friday. Did you see the little jig I was hitting when we were bumping there with the Nelly music? Yeah, it is hot outside. And that's where we do begin with that extreme heat, which is baking the country right now. Our Ginger Z is on it. Here in New York City, we had our first official 90-degree temperature, nearly 3.5 weeks after we usually do, or the averages. But we're going to stick with that because now we broke the seal, looking for a heat wave through the weekend. Excessive heat watch for both Philadelphia, Baltimore, Dover, Delaware, and Washington, D.C., where we could see records up to 100 by Saturday. The feels like would be closer to 110. It also built back to Chicago, by the way. And speaking of building heat, we have been seeing it for the desert Southwest, and now we'll keep seeing it throughout California, the valleys there, like the San Fernando Valley, up to San Jose. Also in heat advisories, the hotter air sticking around for the weekend and the beginning of next week. Look at Salt Lake City in an excessive heat watch Sunday. Ginger, thank you. Now to the breaking news out of the United States Supreme Court. The major decision, the High Court upholding a gun ban intended to protect domestic violence victims. The justices ruled 8-1 to keep weapons out of the hands of abusers. Only Clarence Thomas dissented. And look, the heat is on with the men running for the White House. Debate preparations are intensifying, really ramping up with both President Biden and former President Trump ahead of their first face-off on Thursday. Donald Trump now calling President Biden a, quote, worthy debater. All of this after months of attacking Biden's mental fitness. New rules, though, are in place to keep things civil. ABC News will carry a simulcast of that debate with special coverage beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern right here. Well, now to the apparent close call for Southwest flight plunging to 525 feet before making it to the Oklahoma City runway. A low-altitude alarm alerted air traffic control as the Boeing 737 moved above a residential neighborhood. The cockpit crew did land a few minutes later, thankfully safely. The FAA is investigating. And rapper Travis Scott arrested in Miami. Joe Records indicates the star faces charges of disorderly intoxication and trespassing. The incident allegedly involves a yelling match on a yacht in Miami Beach. Scott outlined bond, and a not guilty plea has been submitted by his legal team. Well, we are celebrating the life and legacy of Hollywood legend Donald Sutherland. Tributes are flowing in for the Canadian star of so many films over the decade, past
passing away at the age of 88. His son Kiefer saying he loved what he did and did what he loved, and no one can ever ask for more than that. So true. Well, the Las Vegas Aces, with a reason to celebrate, becoming the first WNBA team to sell out. It is every home game in a season. Women are just rocking it on the hardwood. Attendance, guys.
Oh, it's challenging
I
backers.
love to see it. I mean, the girls are
And
just
doing
doing
forwards,
it.
nothing but
They're
backers.
also the champions, so they're
It's
not all
challenging.
now. Thanks, Morgan. There's much more ahead here on GMA3 on this Friday. Chicago's mayor apologizing for what he calls the historic wrongs against Black Americans in the city. He's here to talk about his plans to make amends.
And later on, trigger warning. Star Anthony Michael Hall will join us on his new high-action drama that debuts on Netflix. We'll be right back.
ABC's GMA3, what you need to know. Brought to you by Freshpet. It's not dog food, it's food food.
The cell provider that was breached has my social from the credit check.
Think of all the places that can expose your info. LifeLock monitors millions of data points for identity theft. If there's a problem, we fix it. Guaranteed.
Talenti salted caramel truffle layers with creamy salted caramel gelato. Cookies.
I can see the cookies, the jar sealed. And then you hit them.
Talenti, raise the jar.
Your skin is ever changing. Take care of it. With Gold Bond's Age Renew formulations of 7 moisturizers and 3 vitamins for all your skins. Gold Bond. New Herbal Essences is packed with naturally derived plant-based ingredients your hair will love, and none of the stuff it won't. Our sulfate-free collections smell incredible and leave your hair touchably soft and smooth. New Herbal Essences.
You are bountiful. Your skeleton can support 2 times your weight. It's in your nature to stand strong. Supplement your bones with high absorption magnesium. Nature's value. It's in your nature.
Upset stomach? Ibirogast. Indigestion? Ibirogast. Bloating? Ibirogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Ibirogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Ibirogast.
Corsair, thin skin. When I'm shaving down there, not just any razor will do. Venus for pubic hair and skin with a patented irritation defense bar. For a smooth shave with blades that barely touch skin.
If you have wet AMD, you never want to lose sight of the things you love. Some things should stand the test of time. Long-lasting like ADHD. I can help you grow 4 months into treatment. If you have a mild infection, I may remember no allergies to ADHD. Find injections like ADHD.
This Lisa, this is. That's what Lisa does. Ooh, look at these arms. Nice, cool shower. Got a lot more to do. Excuse me. Excuse me. I was belching. Excuse me.
Hello, thanks for having me. Appreciate the time.
So let's talk about this task force. Exactly how will this task force work?
Well, it's important to first of all lift up the fact that this executive order does a couple of things. Again, it forms this task force with the sole purpose of providing support for strategy, implementation, and engagement around what a black reparations agenda will look like. It also acknowledges the harm that institutional slavery, Jim Crow, and post-civil rights policies have caused to black Chicagoans in particular. And the task force ultimately has the responsibility to do 4 or 5 things. One, it has to, first of all, have a real complete analysis around the policies that have harmed black Chicagoans. 2, it has to have a real commitment to engage and educate the public. 3, it has to identify where there actually can be redress, whether it be around education, healthcare, housing.
Now, Mayor Johnson, how will you define success in this endeavor, and what roadblocks do you expect to encounter?
Well, that's another one of the goals of the task force, and I should have mentioned that earlier, that part of the task force responsibility is to actually come up with a clear definition and framework around reparations. The success will ultimately be determined by how we implement the recommendations that come directly from Chicagoans. Look, over the course of decades in the city of Chicago, public schools have been closed, public housing has been shut down, pensions have been raided, those dollars have been delivered over to corporations to line their own pockets. I mean, those are just some of the examples of how these policies have harmed black Chicagoans.
I have to ask you more about the crime that's happening in Chicago. It's, makes headlines all across the country on a regular basis. How are you addressing that violence in your city? And are you at all concerned about protests this summer as the Democratic Convention is going to be there?
Well, I'm really excited about the Democratic Convention. I've said from the very beginning, my goal is to make sure that there are peaceful and safe protests, while also making sure that we have a vibrant, energized convention that's going to ultimately launch President Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris back as the White House for another 4 years to continue to invest in working people.
Mayor, before we let you go, you've recently expanded the Emergency Supplemental Victims Fund that provides families who lost a loved one to gun violence with $1,500. But how are you ensuring and assuring the citizens of your city of their safety?
How I'm approaching this is from a very working class standpoint. I'm the first mayor in the history of Chicago to wake up and go to bed in one of the most violent neighborhoods in the city of Chicago. I'm raising my family on the west side, my wife and I, 3 children. And I can tell you, it grips our hearts every single day when we see the loss of life. But this is not something that intimidates me. We're going to continue to work to bring everyone together. The business community, the philanthropic community, community-based organizations, full investment from my administration, making sure we're holding people accountable, but also making sure that we're creating opportunities for the people of Chicago. That's how we secure a better, stronger, safer Chicago.
All right, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, thank you for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you both.
All right, up next on GMA3, unpacking the extraordinary heat.
ABC Chief Meteorologist and Managing Editor of our Climate Unit, Ginger Z, with a deep dive into the soaring temperatures.
Are you joking? You're joking. Tell me you're joking.
It's one of our early jokes, but here goes. This mother goes on vacation. What's happening? You said joking 3 times. That's why I'm here. Anyways, this mother.
Well, I was excited about my new car.
New car. You need a joke. You need a J. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The State Farm agent can help you choose the coverage you need. All right, I got to show you.
I got a blue one.
Like a good neighbor.
See, you got some name on.
We made a promise to our boy Boyd that we would make the healthiest foods possible, finest natural ingredients, and real nice foods. And that's our promise.
Hold on.
Because when you love them like family, you want to feed them like family.
If you have chronic kidney disease, you can reduce the risk of kicking with Farxiga.
Are you choking?
Because every place is meant to be. Farxiga can cause serious side effects, including ketoacidosis that may be fatal, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections, and low blood sugar. A rare life-threatening bacterial infection in the skin of the perineal tract. Stop taking Farxiga and
I meant to say cold, not warm.
of this infection and allergic
More harder? Wow, you're more sweaty. Oh, they must be working on big old
Are
stuff.
you craving next level hydration? Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Drink. A vital boost of 9 times more hydration that's clinically proven to boost your skin's barrier. For cleansed, dewy skin that's full of life. Neutrogena Hydro Boost.
I love that my daughter still uses it, but sometimes I can't help due to burning and stabbing pain in my ears. So I use Nervive.
Nervive's clinical dose of ALA reduces nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days.
Now I can help again. Feel the difference with Nervive.
If you spit blood when you brush, it could be the start of a domino effect. New Parodontax Active Gum Repair Breath Freshener. Clinically proven to help reverse the 4 signs of early gum disease. A new toothpaste from Parodontax, the gum experts.
My secret? I'm a sweaty espresso around with you.
But you smell fresh as a Swiss spa.
I know, right? Secret Outlast.
Gives you 72 hours.
Oh, Secret Outlast. Official deodorant at Team USA. I told you it lasted a long time.
COPD isn't pretty. I'm out of breath and often out of the picture. But this is my story. And with once daily Trelegy, it can still be beautiful. Because with 3 medicines and 1 inhaler, Trelegy keeps my airways open for a full 24 hours and prevents future flare-ups. Trelegy also improves lung function, so I can breathe more freely all day and night.
Trelegy won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Do not take Trelegy more than prescribed. Trelegy may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsening breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur.
Ask your doctor about once daily Trelegy for COPD, because breathing should be beautiful all day and night.
Welcome to the Wayverhood. With Wayfair, finding your style is fun.
Yeah, when the music stops, grab in and share. It doesn't matter if you're up or solid.
I'm sorry, Carl. This is me in chair form.
This one's perfect for you.
I told you we should have done it here.
We're gonna hit the beaches this year. We're gonna hit the lighthouse. Use the park one, not the salt water. I'm gonna use the bucket ones. I like the water park better. Feel like oh me.
Yeah, here to share more insight on climate-focused headlines. Ginger Z, great to have you with us today. Thank you so much for being here. So first off, Ginger, can you just tell us what is behind this historically hot weather?
Well, listen, we had El Nino, and as meteorologists, we always say, okay, the year after, usually the hangover of El Nino is going to be quite warm. But we also know that human emissions, just basic physics, have amplified that natural warming. Since I was born, there are 2 times more heat waves in every major American city, just in the last 40-some years. So it is a big deal. And so today is Show Your Stripes Day. This is New York City, where we represent how quickly from the late 1800s we have seen that rapid warming. A city like Phoenix, Reno looks a lot like that. A lot of those western cities have seen it even warmer. Some of it has to do with development, a lot of it has to do with emissions. And just to know, and this is where this becomes dangerous, a lot of the warming in the summer happens in the overnight. We're warming 2 times faster, and that's where the body doesn't get relief.
And it's not only about being uncomfortable, it's dangerous. You know, we've been seeing more and more food-related illnesses and deaths. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so that's the thing, is I think I was the one always kind of warning people, okay, excessive heat warning, don't do strenuous activities, don't do this when it's this warm. And then 2 summers ago, I got heat illness myself. And it was shocking how fast it took over my body.
Minutes.
It was so scary. My insides
Nice
were
cool
shaking,
show
and we had to
today.
get emergency help.
I
I had to get an IV. Everything had to happen so quickly. And so now I think being aware of that and realizing it's not about how hydrated. I had no alcohol in my system. Obviously, you want to be extra hydrated, but there are so many things that you need to look out for. And if somebody is in that place, They're now doing
So
new
hot.
techniques to cool them down. In Phoenix, the fire department has these ice bags,
Seriously?
and they're putting people in there that quickly, and that's what they've had to develop. In Phoenix alone, Maricopa County had 645 deaths just from heat. That was a record last year.
We've also been talking about this in the emergency room, changing our training, helping young residents and training physicians understand the dangers of heat-related injuries. It has to be a common part of practice now, unfortunately.
And it really does start to, the other thing is like, how many of us have headaches on the regular? A lot of times it starts that way, and then you feel a little nauseous, and then within, I think, 10 to 15 minutes, you tell me if I'm wrong, your body temperature can soar to over 106, which is where it becomes devastating.
It's really scary, really fast.
A good warning for everyone out there as we're dealing with these temperatures. Can we talk about something fun?
Yes.
This amazing celestial event. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, and so we have to have a little fun. And hey, if you're outside and it is in that cooler period, even if it's still warm, the pink moon or the strawberry moon. So we just had the summer solstice yesterday, and typically you will see the full moon at the first of summer be, a little pink or reddish. And it does have to do with the naming because this time of year we harvest strawberries in the Northeast. And so it was named after that. My boys and I have harvested all of ours and eaten every single one, by the way. So you can get out and see this. When you see that full moon, part of the reason that it takes on that reddish or pink hue is because of how low on the horizon is, and the atmosphere is more dense. So there's no strawberries on the moon. It's just that the light is creating that aura.
We'll stick with the strawberry story. It's a fun story. ABC Chief Meteorologist Ginger Z, thank you so much for being here. Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
Up next here on GMA3, Dr. Darian is back with some tips on how to make sure your next pedicure is safe.
Plus, we are headed to a tiny town making a big name for itself this Pride Month.
Let me get my cans. What can I try? I want to try some. Should I try a blue
Simparica Trio, and he's in it to win it.
Oh,
Simparica Trio is the first.
Or should I try one strawberry?
Please.
Should I buy one strawberry can? He's gonna knock him right out. Right through the mouth. He's gonna knock him right out.
With neurologic adverse reactions, including seizures, used with caution in dogs with a history of these disorders. For winning protection, go with Simparica Trio.
Summer's greatest hits are here. And to celebrate, we're having our lowest prices of the summer. Don't wait. These lovely deals, like summer, won't last long.
Open your eyes bigger. New Panorama by L'Oreal.
There's gonna be about a couple minutes and that's gonna come back. And the clouds will come back out. The sun.
Corner to corner. Bigger.
See, it's firing up already. Look. Look at all those clouds back there. It's starting to come back.
Oh, yeah.
See, look.
And they're behind the building over there.
Can you tell?
Rolling spells relief.
Yeah.
I thought it's some cloud.
Yeah, no, that's not
The folks around you, I'm saying, my wife,
Yeah.
she
That
quit because
right.
she needs to be here. Take care of her.
Boom, it's there.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT now.
Bleeding gums are serious, Jamie. Dr. Garcia? You're a sign of bacterial infection. Pressgum detoxifies antibacterial fluoride works below the gum line to help heal gums and stop bleeding. Press saves the day. Press. My moderate to severe plaque psoriasis held me back. Now with Skyrizi, I'm all in with clear skin.
You gotta use your look.
With Skyrizi, 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months. And most people were clearer even at 5 years. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Now for time. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Dr. Dr. Darian is back, and we're talking about not just the physical effects of the heat, but the mental effects.
Yeah, and we have to talk about it because it's going to become a subject of conversation more and more as the climate warms. But it's important to discuss. We not only discuss the physical effects, heat stroke, heat exhaustion, but a new article from the American Psychological Association shows that there are actual signs that we can see in public health. For example, on cities that have warm days, there's a 4% increase in robberies, 10%, almost 10% increase in aggravated assault, and almost 20% increase in homicides. So heat is associated with aggravation, agitation. I think we all understand that, but it really translates to outcomes that we can see in terms of public health and crime rates.
Telling you guys, the police that I worked with when I worked at Crime Beat, as a local reporter, would always say, oh, it's hot. It's going to be a busy day.
I always thought that would make sense, but seeing the numbers and seeing it portrayed and play out is really fascinating.
So Spike Lee was onto something and do the right thing. That's like the premise of it, right? It's a hot day in Brooklyn and everything goes sideways.
He was a forward thinker. And it also says in this article something that I think is also important to remember are those patients who are on medications for mood disorders, depression, that can inhibit your body's natural ability to maintain a normal balance of temperature. And so you have to be more cautious when you're outside.
Okay.
So if we're irritated,
if you're irritated, it might not be the person. So take a beat, take a step away from that person, get cooler, and you might have a different opinion.
There's got to be like a checklist, right? Like, is it hot? Am I hungry? Have you slept?
That's so good. Everyone should ask those questions before they start going.
Thank you so much.
Of course.
News 8, number 1 from 4 to 7 p.m. with critical local stories every day. News 8 at 6 p.m. Connecticut's news of record. Watched by more people than any other newscast in Connecticut. And ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir, America's most watched newscast. Driven by bold reporting and exclusive interviews that touched our hearts. You watched, you care. We're News 8, Connecticut's news leader.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jerry. We're Connecticut's most certified facility. Certified by Data play for cross out. We are your best city after well, do you have it? MJM's proud of policyholders first. What does it even mean? That means the top priority is the right for the customers. Oh, you can do that.
Ready, YouTube? I'm ready.
Really? Just great insurance. MJM.
Hi, Lisa.
Even Sun Online Casino. You can be high, even in the downtime.
That's going to be a good one. Can the Oilers continue to come back from 3-0 down in the series? It's going to be excellent. They have the best player in the world, Connor McDavid. Anyway, it's not about hockey. It's about what happens if you play hockey sometimes. How can I prevent itching or irritation while wearing a cast? Sorry, I just saw the chick. I was like, no, like you break clothes, playing contact sports. Yeah, so sometimes I get itchy. Great question, Will. So I think this is an important question, especially during the summer when you put your cast on, it gets hot, it gets sweaty, it gets itchy. One of the ways that we can prevent that is taking a a blow dryer, setting it on cool, and just holding it up to the cast to get some circulating air in there. Especially with kids, you want to avoid sticking things inside the cast. The wire. Inevitably, a wire hanger, pencil, small toys. You wouldn't believe it when you take that. So making sure.
I don't think I'm thinking mine.
Yeah. Have what?
Applying ice packs above and below can sometimes decrease that sensation as well. But unfortunately, it's uncomfortable, especially during the summer. Okay.
Your prescription for wellness.
My prescription for wellness is inspired by, I get a lot of texts from friends, and one of the common texts I get are injuries from pedicures. So I think it's important. After the third text, I say,
You're looking at me like this is my thing.
we're going to make sure everyone knows about it. So number one, make sure that the tools that they're using are disinfected. Nail salons can either use a process where they soak the instruments in a sterilizing agent for 10 minutes or something called autoclaving, how we disinfect tools in the hospital. You want to make sure if you don't know, ask for disposable tools. Also, skip the pedicure if you have any open wounds, cuts, any recent injuries. And I would also say don't shave before the pedicure, shave after the pedicure, because that also, it can be considered an open wound and you don't want to put that into that water. And then avoid cutting the nails too short. Pedicures, manicures should not be painful. You want to make sure there is a difference between a manicurist and a podiatrist. When you start going around the edges of the nail, that can bring you into some dangerous territory and lead you to infections, complications. So making sure you keep it simple.
You're trying to keep your toes looking cute. It's not cute if you lose your toe.
It's not. It takes about 6 months for a toenail to grow, in case anyone's, whoa.
Oh, jeez. Well.
Just a fun fact.
And if you have any questions, you can send your questions to us at Instagram at ABCGMA3. Dr. Barron's going to answer them. Just ahead here on GMA3, our field trip to the small American town getting lots of attention for its spirit of inclusivity.
And later, trigger warning. If familiar things to movie and TV fans now starring in a new Netflix film that's out later, we'll be back in a moment.
Next week, GMA3 is serving up everything you need to know. And lighting up our lunchtime, Lynn Whitfield on the season finale of The Chi. Plus, he went viral after his big win at the Tonys. We're checking in with Stereophonics' Will Brill. And Tay Diggs is here on helping to bring Ariel to the surface. Then, the one, the only, Smokey Robinson. All next week on ABC's GMA3.
There's destiny about Verizon. There's a promise in America. If you're strong enough, if you're tough enough, you can make what's out there yours. You ready, son?
I think so, Daddy.
People are unstoppable. I think Verizon is all about that. Verizon and Americans still got damn theaters June 28th. It are.
NexGard Plus helps you protect your dog from fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, and more. All in one delicious monthly soft chip. Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. NexGard Plus, the one you want for one-time protection.
We're done. What about these?
What's that?
Bounty absorbs spills like a sponge and is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the quicker you run.
Lumify is kind of amazing. Wow. My go-to is Lumify eye drops. Lumify dramatically reduces redness in 1 minute. And look at the difference. My eyes look brighter and whiter for up to 8 hours. Lumify really works. See for yourself.
Why do dermatologists worldwide recommend La Roche-Posay? Effective skincare like La Roche-Posay Double Repair Face Moisturizer delivers double action to help repair skin's barrier and provide 48-hour hydration for healthy-looking skin. La Roche-Posay.
Camila tried the new scent of Game Relax Wings, and it changed everything. Hey, Dave. Don't knock it till you smell it. New Game Relax Wings.
Every day, more dog people are deciding it's time for a fresh approach to pet food. Developed with vets, made from real meat and veggies, portioned for your dog, and delivered right to your door. It's smarter, healthier pet food.
You missed the queen of the foaming magic eraser.
The scrubbing power magic eraser and the clean guard on. Watch your soaps come here, disappear, and sprays can leave ground like that. Ultra foaming, melted on contact.
Magic.
New
Ultra Foaming Magic Eraser. Dan made progress with his mental health, but his medication caused unintentional movements in his face, hands, and feet called tardive dyskinesia, or TD. So his doctor prescribed Austedo XR, a once-daily TD treatment for adults. Austedo XR significantly reduced Dan's TD movements. Some people saw a response as early as 2 weeks. With Austedo XR, Dan can stay on his mental health meds. Cool air.
Austedo XR can cause depression, suicidal thoughts, or actions in patients with Huntington's disease. Pay close attention to and call your doctor if you become depressed, have sudden changes in mood, or have suicidal thoughts. Don't take if you have liver problems, are taking serpine, tetrabenazine, or valbenazine. Austedo XR may cause irregular or fast heartbeat or abnormal movements. Seek help for fever, stiff muscles, problems thinking, or sweating. Common side effects include inflammation of the nose and throat, insomnia, and sleepiness.
Your doctor for Austedo XR.
This is the moment. I'm gonna fall in love. I'm gonna do it my way. I feel more confident than ever. I feel like the main character in my own love story. This is the beginning of a new era.
All year long. And ABC's Christian Cordero traveled to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, a small town where many people have found mutual respect for one another despite their differences.
It's known as the
you missed one. See, I know I was missing one. See?
I like that.
On a road that winds through the rolling hills of the Ozarks, far from the big city, you'll find a 7 stories tall statue of Jesus over a town dotted with pride flags year-round. Welcome to Eureka Springs, Arkansas, home to Z. Taylor and Dick Titus.
Always at the end, I
Listen
always
about Eureka
think
Springs
about
in
it and
particular
I have to
that
do it.
drew you here.
As an artist, I wanted to be good for the artist. Of course, there are a lot of gay people in the arts.
First discovered by the Osage tribe for its healing waters, Eureka Springs was considered sacred long before it found its place in the Bible Belt. Everywhere you turn, you'll find nods to its past, but that doesn't stop it from paving the way for the future.
We were in Eureka Springs, and I remember we were outside, it was under the starlight, and she had told me, she looked at me. It's like you know, like it just comes out.
Jennifer and Kristen Seaton Rambo live in nearby Fort Smith. They were engaged when a judge legalized same-sex marriage in Arkansas on May 9th, 2014.
Her cousin called, and he had said we'd gotten a phone call about the Carroll County courthouse opening up early in the morning, and you should probably get there.
Standing in line behind them, Zeke and Dick. Did you ever think that you would get married?
No.
A 42-year-long engagement that day almost didn't end with marriage.
When the clerk showed up, she refused to issue license. And why will you not issue our marriage license?
Because I have no authorization from anybody.
I was real mild mannered. I hardly get mad. I was mad that day.
It was frightening to me, actually, to have the police and be asked to leave our courthouse. I've never been treated that way before.
Like, we don't matter to you guys at all? Yes, we know they're closing the door in our face.
Shortly after that, another clerk arrived, and with her help, Jennifer and Kristen became Arkansas's first same-sex couple to officially say, I do. Widely considered the first in the South.
Here's your pretty license.
Zeke and Dick also made history as the first male couple in the South.
Now she was legally married. Congratulations.
What was it like to hold that piece of paper in your hand?
Emotional. I cried.
The first feeling I get is gratitude because of the people, the amount of work that went into making it to where Kristen and I can live this so-called simple life that we like to live.
The clerk who refused to issue the licenses later said her boss, the county clerk, was out of town, so she requested input from the Attorney General. After not hearing back, she decided to close the courthouse. In the decade since, Arkansas has been on the long list of states proposed what the ACLU calls anti-LGBTQ+ legislation. Regardless of state or national politics, life in Arkansas and Eureka Springs goes on.
They're not just accepting of LGBT, like it's the straight community, it's biker community. It seems like everyone there is just, they coexist.
A city that embraces its paradox, whose local tourism office sums itself up in 3 words: something for everyone.
There's some wonderful people who truly love and support us, and we want to keep that going for everyone.
And then there's a story of perseverance, redemption, acceptance, love, and lovely. Awesome. Thank you to Chris Beyond. And up next on GMA3, Say Good. That's the new book that encourages us to tackle tough conversations with confidence and grace.
And that's the focus of today's Say Friday conversation.
If you have moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, put it in check with Rinvoq, a once-daily pill.
When symptoms tried to take control, I got rapid relief and reduced fatigue with Rinvoq. Check.
When flares kept trying to slow me down, I got lasting steroid-free remission with Rinvoq. Check.
And when my doctor saw damage, Rinvoq helped visibly reduce damage of the intestinal lining. Check.
For both UC and Crohn's, rapid symptom relief, lasting steroid-free remission.
And visibly reduced damage. Check, check, and check.
Rinvoq can lower your ability to fight infections, including TB, serious infections and blood clots, some fatal. Cancers, including lymphoma and skin. Heart attack, stroke, and GI tears occur. People 50 and older with a heart disease risk factor have an increased risk of death. Serious allergic reactions can occur. Tell your doctor if you are or may become pregnant.
Put UC and Crohn's in check and keep them there with Rinvoq.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Rinvoq and learn how AbbVie can help you save.
Looking for a smarter way to mop? Try the Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool with a 360-degree swivel head that goes places a regular mop just can't. Mop smarter with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Why won't Scout play with us anymore?
He has something called osteoarthritis pain. It's joint pain that hurts him all the time. Now, there's the Yellow, the first and only once-monthly injection to control your dog's OA. Veterinary professionals in the district will help try to conceive or breastfeed should take extreme care.
Easy Indulgent Moisture Body Wash for soft, smooth skin. Bye-bye dry, hello glow in just 14 days. Indulge with Olay Body Wash.
Collecting mango sorbet is made with 100% real food. Look at pumps and mangoes. Oh, right.
Collecting, raise the jar.
Did you know 80% of women are struggling with hair damage, just like I was? Dryness and frizz could be damaged hair that can't go to moisture. New Pantene Miracle Rescue Deep Conditioner with first of its kind melting pro-deep pearls. Locks in moisture to repair 6 months of damage in 1 wash without waiting. Guaranteed only one thing. The resilient, healthy rescue. If you know it's Pantene. What's this?
That's for Pepper.
You keep dog food in your fridge?
It's not dog food, it's fresh pet. Real meaningful veggies.
Dog.
Fresh Pet. It's not dog food, it's food food.
Hi, I use Febreze Fade-Defy Plug. And I use this. Febreze has a microchip to control scent release, so it smells first day fresh for 50 days. 50 days? And its refill reminder means I'll never miss a day of freshness. It's Febreze Plug.
This season, we've got somebody to test it. Most dramatic hour of 3 people sitting on stools in the history of American television. Jimmy Kimmel hosts Gold Studio Millionaire. Try 10 on ABC. Everyone this out in life, and they will do anything to keep their job on ABC. I'm here to meet just how you're playing the video.
I don't know. muscles go during the weekend. You get bigger as you work out each week. You get bigger. That's okay. When I hit my 5-0, I'll probably be real big. The 5-0. And wow, you can take off the muscles everywhere. Come on, don't slip. No slip. No slipping. No slipping.
Also want to speak up against racial injustice and do that faithfully. So how do we do that? And I'm too really resonating with this idea. When you see a headline, there's this tension of, do I say something? Is now the right time? When do I remain silent and listen and learn? So I like to say good out of that tension as a gift for my friends, myself, and people like us who find themselves really wondering how do I stay faithful in times like these.
These days, having conversations like what you just outlined or anything regarding social issues, current events, politics, intense, it can be divisive.
I did it. I drove. I did it.
Yeah, I would say that clarity comes from confidence in knowing who you are and who you're not. So I like to think about Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 12. He talks about the body of Christ being made up of many members. And when you're one part, you know that part is yours to exercise and to lean into. And you also have the humility to know when to do that and to let someone else shine in that regard. So I really feel like a confidence comes from knowing who you are and being strong in who you are and lending your voice in ways that elevate all of us.
And knowing when to listen.
Yes.
We always ask our Faith Friday guests to give us some words of wisdom as we head into the weekend. Any words that you have for us?
Yeah, I'd say if you remember in Genesis, when God created, he spoke creation into being. So I'd say remember that words are powerful. Proverbs 18:21, the Message version says, words kill, words give life. They're either poison or fruit. You choose. You have a choice. So choose wisely.
That's very profound.
Yes.
Thank you so much for being here with us today. And you can pick up a copy of her book, Say Good, everywhere books are sold. Or scan that QR code right there at the bottom of your screen if you would like to purchase a copy.
And coming up, it is a new high-action adventure.
We're talking about Trigger Warning. Star Anthony Michael Hall joins us in the studio with a preview of Action Day.
Everyone is talking about how Sonobello has revolutionized cosmetic surgery. Our innovative, minimally invasive procedures help you be your beautiful. Robin got amazing tummy tuck-like results with minimal downtime.
Comes to your personal health and happiness, you deserve the absolute best.
And that's how Jennifer became her beautiful. Sonobello, America's cosmetic surgery specialist. Call or go to sonobello.com and schedule your free consultation. It's your life. Live it beautifully.
Corsair, thin skin. When I'm shaving down there, not just any razor will do. Venus for pubic hair and skin with a patented irritation defense bar. For a smooth shave with blades that barely touch skin.
Compared with other chews, one Perfecto chew protects from fleas and ticks for 12 weeks, nearly 3 times longer.
Use with caution in dogs with a history of seizures and neurological disorders. Protection that lasts longer? Bravo, Perfecto! Bravo!
New Herbal Essences is packed with naturally derived plant-based ingredients your hair will love, and none of the stuff it won't. Our sulfate-free collections smell incredible and leave your hair touchably soft and smooth. New Herbal Essences. You are bountiful. Your bones can support 2 times your weight. It's in your nature to stand strong. Your cells renew every 27 days. It's in your nature to glow. Your digestion can improve by laughing with friends. It's in your nature to thrive. Your body is brilliant. From your head to your heels, we're just here to supplement you. Nature's bounty. It's in your nature. Want to know the secret?
More than just my armpits stink.
That's why I use Secret Whole Body Deodorant for clinically proven odor protection
everywhere. So I smell great all day. All night. And all night.
secret whole body deodorant.
Feeding my granddog Blue, right?
3-in-1.
Who's that T-bone chicken? Chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, barley.
Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn meal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal.
Assistant Blue.
Shake up your shower with a flavor for every feeling. This Dove freshens you up. This Dove winds you down. This Dove leaves you glowing. And this Dove keeps you going. So whatever care you care about, there's a Dove for everybody.
Hey, good morning, America. Good morning, America. Good morning, America.
You don't just see it, you feel it.
I'm in.
I'm in. I'm in too. I'm in.
I'm in too. I'm in there.
Disney and Pixar's critically acclaimed Inside Out 2 is breaking records across the world.
Please, can somebody pinch me?
Critics and audiences have fallen in love with Inside Out 2, and now it's the #1 movie in the world and the biggest movie of the year. Don't miss the movie event of the summer that can only be seen in theaters.
An exclusive invitation! We're going!
Disney and Pixar's Inside Out 2, rated PG, now playing only theaters.
Monday on Good Morning Connecticut, you might get some brief relief. Eastland's police chief is expected to face a judge who has moved to another court.
Do you feel older than you really are? The answer may surprise you.
And a fun water activity returns to New Britain Monday at 4 a.m.
His work was totally unacceptable.
You did a lousy job.
The contract that he on both sides states that I'm not liable for any damages that may occur.
Judge Judy.
Today at 3 on Channel 8.
On our watch, cracked windshields get fixed at super speed.
He's back!
All finished. I'll see you guys next Friday. Another sweaty workout today. I'm gonna see you guys next Friday. Another sweaty workout next Friday. Until then, have yourself a great day and a safe weekend. I'll see you guys next Friday. Another workout. Have yourself a great weekend. Have a good one. Peace out.
All this crime is a win. It's a win!